It's looking rather bleak out there, it's going to take some time to revive, and I don't think many of the plants have actually survived. There are lots of broken pots out there, there are broken bits of fence, and a winter's worth of dog crap feels somewhat intense. It's going to take a while to tidy, it's even harder in the rain. Maybe we should leave it until the sun comes out again. No, I'm not trying to get out of doing it. I merely want to postpone and stay inside for the next few weeks and hope the mess somehow, magically, clears up on its own. Whatto, folks, Thomas Benjamin Wild Esquire here. I do hope you're all well. I'm back with the second of my Song a Week project songs. This one about the current state of the garden. Well, actually, I do need to put I do need to be honest on this. Actually, the garden's looking pretty good at the moment because my wonderful partner Sarah has done an excellent job out there over the course of the entire year. And it's looking much better out there because of all the hard work that she actually put in throughout the West earlier in the year and that kind of thing. So it's not half as bad as it sometimes gets. But it is that time of year when we're all getting back out into the garden again and looking out with dread after all the rain and the wet weather and all the things that got destroyed in there over the course of the winter. So yes, that's what inspired the song this week. So yes, thank you very much for tuning in. Obviously, I'm going to be trying to do this every week as part of this project, and we'll see how we go with that. If you just want to watch the song, that's absolutely fine, or you can continue on listening to me harp on about various things. Decided to play this one on my DUKE10 Banjolele, which was actually given to me at a discount. I did pay for it, but given at a discount. In exchange for shooting videos with it and talking about it. So if you want to find more out about this beautiful instrument, you can actually find information in the description. Now, one of the things I actually asked on the last video was for people to give me some subjects that they wanted to hear me talk about. And to give me some ideas on the kind of things that, or give me some questions to answer, really. So I've got something to talk about. So I think I'm going to answer the questions that have been put to me on YouTube and Facebook. So first question is from Slithe100 or Slith100, asking the important questions. Tell us about your dog, please. What's their name? So our current dog is named Luca, and he is a German Shepherd. We got him from the Dogs Trust, which is a rescue here in the UK, down near London. 4 months ago, in fact. Our old dog, Suki, died last August. We spent about 2 months without a dog and decided we couldn't take it anymore. And so we decided to adopt another one. We met Luca at the end of October and then brought him home at the beginning of November on firework night, which was a great idea. And he's settling in really well. He's a lovely dog. If you want to see pictures of him, they're all over my social media, Facebook, Instagram and that kind of thing. I generally post a picture of Luca when I haven't got anything else to post on social media. So if you do want to see pictures of him, you can find them by following me on the various other platforms. So yeah, I hope that's enough information about Luca so far. I'm sure there will be more questions asked about him over the coming weeks and months. So I'm basically just doing these in order that they came through. So Flash Robbie asked, why is Piccadilly a circus? Now, it took me a little while to realise why he'd asked that, but I'm assuming it's to do with the Piccadilly Circus sign that's up in the background. So I did actually challenge myself to find an answer to this. And through 5 minutes of Googling, I discovered that the name dates back to 1612, when a respected tailor named Roger Baker lived in the area and became well known for creating old-fashioned collars, or collars made out of lace, called pickadilles or piccadillies, and the residents in the area started calling it his house Piccadilly. And the circus obviously refers to the roundabout, or the circular thing in the middle. It's a Latin word meaning ring or circle. So there we go, Flash Robbie. I hope that answers your question. I did decide to challenge myself on that one. So Yivin, I think this is it's quite interesting reading people's YouTube and Facebook handles, or YouTube particularly. I think that's Yivin. Hi, I was wondering what age you started playing the ukulele and whether it was your first instrument. So I actually started playing the ukulele probably about 10 years ago, just for fun. The first instrument I actually played was the trombone. I learnt that at school, and then I learnt to play the guitar and decided I was far too punk rock for playing the trombone. And I played the guitar to a certain point, and mostly singing, though, to be quite honest. I have sung since school. But I picked up the ukulele as an instrument to play songs with, purely because I'm 6'3", and it's quite funny seeing a big person playing a very small instrument, and that was literally my thought behind it. So I've been playing since about 2014, maybe, properly since 2016, really. So for a little while, but it's not the first instrument. Yeah, I played the guitar before that, which was actually quite helpful for learning the ukulele. So Mark Shepherd, hi Mark. Do you have any plans for any new collaborations, such as the ones you've done with the likes of Madam Misfit, Tom Carradine, and Chris Taverner? I do, actually. Madam Misfit has some new songs that she wants me to join her on. I'm probably going to post a video of the one that we did from the previous album in the next couple of weeks, actually, to promote our shows that we've got coming up together. But yes, we have got plans of working together again. Always plans for working with Tom Carradine. He does a lot of piano and accordion on my tracks, so we'll be doing a lot more of that. Collaborations with Chris, I always collaborate with him because we do a lot of shows together. Similar with Scott Dunican. We've done quite a few songs together, which we might turn into videos. Unfortunately, a lot of those are cover songs, and I'm stopping myself from doing covers so much because I don't want to get any more copyright strikes. However, if you do want to see my covers, you can actually join my Patreon community, where I'm exclusively putting them now. And I've just put up a rather good cover of a Kylie Minogue song that I played in the rehearsal with my band, the Fancy Chaps, a couple of weeks ago. So if you want to join my Patreon community, you can actually watch that through there. So that's that one. Sergeant Bouchery 9813. I think that's how I'm pronouncing that. I have a question that you could answer. Could answer in a song. I have actually answered details about this in a song. It's on my last album. But what do you do for beard care? Great question. I use beard wash every morning. And when I want to smell nice on nice occasions, I use beard oil that's scented. But other than that, I don't do a huge amount else to it other than trimming it. I use products from Captain Fawcett, who I am actually a brand ambassador for. I get a certain amount of product from them each year for talking about them. I'm not very good at doing it, though, so this actually gave a really good opportunity. So Captain Fawcett's beard products, absolutely fantastic. More details about them in the description below. Follow them on social media as well, because they're great. And so yeah, I get it trimmed when I get my hair cut, which is not as often as I probably should. Particularly when I haven't got any shows coming up. So there we go. So I get asked this question a lot, actually. Faust, or Foost. Will you ever come and tour in the USA? I would absolutely love to come on tour in the USA. I do would still love to come over. The complexities in organising that from this side are many and wide-ranging, particularly how expensive it is to get a visa. And actually for the amount of time that I would need to come over to make it worthwhile. Mostly what I'm hoping is that somebody will offer to organise it for me. So if anybody's watching this who knows how to organise that kind of thing, get in touch, because I'm very, very open to coming over to the US. It's just very difficult to organise myself. And I don't drive, which is another challenge. Perhaps now that I've got the band, I could bring the band over and we can drive around, because both of those guys drive. But yeah, it's very much about using public transport for me when I'm doing it solo. Just having a look here. So Gamer Jen suggests that I do some Tom Lehrer songs because they're in the public domain. Absolutely, I've done loads of Tom Lehrer songs. If you have a look back through the covers that I've done. Yeah, so Tom Lehrer at the age of 93, I think he was, decided that he was just going to put all of his songs out into the public domain and allow people to do whatever he wanted with them, which shows just how great a person he is. So yes, I've got plans more Tom Lehrer, particularly with Tom Harradine, and we're talking about Tom and Tom Sing Tom as being a bit of a theme for shows at some point. Let's have a look. What else have we got? Will you be doing any more songs or even an album with the London Bells anytime soon? I'm hoping to. We never seem to cross paths anymore. They tend to be doing other things when I'm doing things. So we have discussed doing some shows together, perhaps doing more. I need to get back together with them and sit down and actually kind of get something sorted out. But yes, I do have intentions but there's nothing solidly planned at the moment. So Big, Bald and Beardyful. As a beard enthusiast, I'd like to see you talk about your beard. Do you do anything to it, style-wise, products-wise, supplements-wise? Yeah, as I say, Captain Fawcett's are the people that I go to for that kind of stuff. I'll bring some of their products on perhaps in another video. But the beard oil I use is called Maharaja, which they created in conjunction with the Jodhpur company. And it's bloody lovely smelling. That's my favourite preferred beard oil, which I guess is kind of similar to putting on aftershave and that kind of thing. He also said Big, Bald and Beardiful also says, I take biotin to help with the growth and use carbon fibre comb and a heated brush and blow dry in the mornings to straighten mine out a bit for some style. I don't do anything quite that elaborate. I've got a brush that I use for my beard, and it is this one, which I picked up in Disneyland Paris, which actually is the best beard brush. Even though it's not a beard brush, it is the best brush I've ever had for my beard, because it just very easily goes through it. So yes, that's what I use on my beard in the mornings. But nothing overly elaborate, particularly, other than having it trimmed. Just scrolling through and seeing if there's any more. Lots of lovely comments on here though, folks. So that is very, very nice. Now I believe there was a question on Facebook as well. Morgan so I've dabbled to pursue a guitar for most of my adult life, but that's as far as I've gone with instrumentation. I'm curious as to how different basic playing technique styles are between something like the guitar versus the ukulele. Is it more a matter of difference in pitch range and number of strings and that sort of thing? Yeah, in terms of differences, really, it's a much smaller instrument. So I find it a lot easier to get my hands around and be able to kind of do various things with it. The tuning's different as well. Now banjolele feels a much more kind of percussive instrument than a guitar. And yeah, it's kind of the I guess the pitch is a lot higher. So kind of feels that kind of higher end of the track, or of a song. I found playing in a band, I need to have a guitar as well as the ukulele or banjolele there, just to kind of fill out the sound a little bit. So with the band, I've got the bass and I've got a guitar player as well, because I find that fills out the sound a little bit more and gives it kind of that bass, mid, and higher level there. Banjolele is much more kind of percussive, I find. So I quite often like having both ukulele and banjolele on a recording when I do that. So hopefully that answers your question there, Morgan. So yeah, there we go. There's the questions answered from YouTube and Facebook. Now, just to remind you as well, I've got shows coming up over the next couple of months. On the 13th of April, I'll be in York with the Fancy Chaps, with the band, and Madam Misfit. On the 26th of April, I'll be in London at King's Cross at the Water Rats. The York one was at the Fulford Arms, by the way, in York. And on the 26th of April, I'll be at the Water Rats in London, playing with Tom Carradine, Mr. B the Gentleman Rhymer, and Gertcha the Chaz and Dave tribute act. It's going to be a great night, that one, as is the one in York. And then later on in May, I've got various shows coming up. I'll tell you more about them on future videos. The first of which will be in Leicester, again with the Fancy Chaps and Madam Misfit, Firebug. But as I said, I was gonna leave that until the next video, but I'll let you know about that one as well. So yes, that's about it. Keep the questions coming. If you ask questions on this video, I will try and answer them on the next one. And if you want to see more of my cover songs, then make sure you join my Patreon community. We'll also get a more extended version of this video as well, which I'm going to basically continue talking after this to my Patreon community to give them a heads up on various other things. And that's about it, really. Hopefully see you next week again. And in the meantime, stay safe. And until then, toodle pip.